Welcome back, everybody. This recipe here is a special request from a good friend of mine in Panama City, Marie Belt, and dish was a favorite of her daughter's when I had business in the Panama City Mall. It's going to be grilled bourbon chicken, and this first part is going to be how to make the sauce for the grilled bourbon chicken. So I'm going to zoom the camera. Okay. What you see on the counter here is I have these two cups, clear plastic cups, and I have about maybe 2 ounces of Chicken.mp4 soy sauce in each one. These are 16-ounce cups, so we're gonna measure it out this time. And here I have in this teaspoon, this is 5 spice powder, and we're gonna add maybe 1/4 teaspoon to each cup. Okay, after that's in there, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of, this is hoisin sauce. Doesn't have to be exact, but we're going to try and get it close. That spoon out, and then we're going to put the same amount of honey in there. This sauce is different than the sesame chicken sauce, and it doesn't have vinegar in it, so you won't need to add as much sugar to this sauce. But you want it to be like a slightly salty from the soy sauce and a slightly sweet taste from the soy sauce. And from the honey, the sweet taste comes from your honey. So we add water to each cup until you get it almost full. And stir it up. So these are 16-ounce clear cups, so you'll have, when you're done with these 2 cups, you'll have 1/4 of the sauce, and what you'll do is you'll put this, maybe 1/2 of one of these cups in with the chicken and marinate it overnight. And then what we're going to do after that, after it marinates overnight, we're going to grill it, and I'll show you how to grill it. And the rest of the sauce, you thicken it up with a little bit of cornstarch and serve it over the chicken. And the sugar and the honey and the sauce caramelizes while you're grilling it, so you get a nice brown crust on the boneless chicken thighs. So what you want to do is you want to taste your sauce. It's still salty, so what you'll do is you'll gradually add your sugar until you get it to the right taste. You see, I added 2 heaping teaspoons to each cup. We'll go with 1 more. And there you have it. It's 3 heaping teaspoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 2 ounces of Chicken.mp4 soy sauce, and then fill it up with water. And that's your sauce. And right here we have the boneless chicken thighs, and you'll see what I can do is just pour that in there, just enough, and then mix it up good with your hand and put it in the refrigerator. You don't have to leave this overnight. You can marinate it for 2 or 3 hours will be enough, but it's better if you marinate it overnight. So part 2 will be we're going to pull out an electric griddle. We're going to grill this up, and then we'll show you the final presentation when you chop it into chunks and pour the sauce over top of it. It was a very popular dish, and we sold a ton of this at our business in the Panama City Mall. So this is for you, Marie. Hope you enjoy it. Welcome back to part 2 of the bourbon chicken lesson. I'm going to zoom in the camera a little bit on this flat grill that we have, griddle. And you see I already have one of the pieces on. What you do, the boneless chicken thighs you marinated, now you lay them on your grill. And you do them bottom side first. And then they'll stay on there for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then you'll flip them over, and they'll be golden brown on both sides. So when I'm done browning them on both sides, after they're done, then you chop them up in bite-sized pieces, and then you thicken the sauce with the cornstarch suspension, and you just pour the sauce over top of the chicken for the bourbon chicken. So I'll show you how it looks when it's completely browned. Now we're back on the grill, and you can see the, I'll zoom in again, and you can see how the boneless chicken thighs has gotten a nice golden brown. Even a little bit of the char crust, that's from the caramelization of the honey and the sugar that you put in the sauce. And so once the bottoms were done, you know, you can check them by picking them up and see you want this type of color on there. Then you just flip them over onto the backs. So now I have both sides nice and brown. And then you just transfer them to a plate, and you're going to cut them in bite-sized pieces and then add the sauce. So I'm going to take this over to the chopping board and chop it up, and then I'll show you how we thicken the sauce and put this dish together. Okay, now you can see that on the range I have that pot of the sauce boiling. And in here I have 2 heaping tablespoons of the dry cornstarch. And I'm going to add it slowly, and as I whisk it. Oh no. You hear their dogs. Someone's coming in. Okay, now you have the sauce thickened up. I'll show you how thick it gets, like this. That's the consistency you want on your sauce. Now the only thing left to do is to pour this over top of the chicken, and then we're going to garnish it with some green onions. And there is the finished dish. It's very, very pretty. And we're going to garnish it with a little bit of the chopped scallions. There you go, Marie, that dish is for you. For you and Tanya. And this is how the consistency of your sauce. Very attractive, and this sauce is very good over top of white rice. And then all you need to do is make yourself a vegetable to go along with it. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson.